Hi everyone, I am Zeiss, and on this channel I turn you into an RPG master. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to smash the subscribe button and keep in touch. Now, I wanna do a quick follow-up on my Bone Spear Necromancer for Season 4. I know it's not the S tier Ultra Giga Chat build for this season, but it has a special place in my heart because Bone Spear was in the other Diablo games I was playing as a kid. Well, except Diablo 1, there's no necromancer there, right? But let's see what I did here real quick, and I'm gonna explain how I'm pushing the pit tier 60 plus with those changes, right? So the helmet is the same, just masterworked it. If you watched the previous video, right? I have upgraded the armor here. It actually dropped on the hell tide. Same armor, just better. Same gloves, unfortunately, but upgraded a bit. And same pants, unfortunately. I want to put some life here instead of the armor. Eventually, later on, with some masterworking, that could do. Same boots, right? We could get dodge chance here instead of the movement speed later on. But for now it helps with evading attacks, so it's not so bad. Not so good wand, but yeah, you know, could be better. Especially the life need is felt here. And the amulet is actually better now. This one. Could have been 3 to evolution, but I lost quite the hundreds of millions of gold trying to get it from 2 to 3, and that didn't work, so have this in mind. Maybe it's a good idea to try it on another item like this, but good luck finding another one like this. I actually do have one more, but anyway. I have to change the rings here to 2 poison resistance rings, right? And I got rid of the sacrilegious soul because it doesn't help much. Now, here's the other one. I'm using grasping veins here, right? And unfortunately they don't have greater affixes, and this is quite felt after, let's say, 61 or something. And here's the shield. What I'm trying to get here later on probably would be life instead of the damage reduction, because the more I stack it from this point on, it becomes less effective. Right, so that's for the gear part. On the elixirs, I am drinking here the anti-venom plus the elixir of fortitude, and this gets my life beyond 50k. Why this is important? So if I'm with the previous lower health, triggering the immunity bubble here is happening more often than I needed to. And on hardcore, as we all know, the pit can be brutal, right? That's what they said. So, not to waste my time and waste my scroll of escape, I decided to modify a few things and get more life, so this thing doesn't trigger as often, so I can keep pushing and pushing. Okay, let's see here, nothing changed, still Reapers, Bone Mages to fortify, Reapers to get corpses. They don't do anything else. Actually, their damage is quite funny. They do like, I don't know, a couple of thousand damage. Compared to the millions of damage I'm doing per hit, that's just beyond funny. Golem sacrificed this one for the more damage. Now I modified also the skills a bit. I got rid of this because I have the damage reduction and the life. Let's say I want to move faster, and as we can see here, my movement speed is quite insane now. Where did it go? Lucky hit, lucky hit. Movement speed, it's almost maxed out, right? 185. Not bad. But I think that's pretty much the only change I did. I got rid of here Death's Embrace and I placed it to Death's Approach. And the way I'm pushing is, you probably saw me do this on my live streams or pit videos. I am cursing I am gathering the enemies with grasping veins. I am also drinking a potion or using a bone storm, when in trouble. And also using Bomb Prison to keep the enemies away from me, right? Changes to the Paragon are just small in order to get more damage and cap resistances, like not using the poison resistance here. I don't need the armor or the poison resistance anymore and don't have to rely on anti-venom. Also using some resistance nodes here, this one here and this one here. Also here I got the damage to injured. It's quite helpful because of the returning splinters. They damage a lot. Let me show you the glyphs again if you don't want to watch the other video. Though I remember I was very tired when I did it. It was like after 13 or 15 hours gameplay or something. So this is Gravekeeper here. That's why we have the Reapers, to increase our damage. And also because of, where was it? Yeah, this one, Scent of Death. So you can get the idea, I guess. We get not only damage reduction while being close to corpses, but also damage now because of the Reapers. Okay, so Gravekeeper, this is Bone Graft. I have here the Amplify glyph. Then I moved here to Scent of Death, where I have Corporeal. You can actually use Corporeal earlier if you decide to level with Bone Spear, which is kinda weird, but some people do. It's not so bad, it's just slow. Exploit here, because it's just 44 dexterity, and this is actually Flesh Eater. I have Exploit here, and also here, last one, I have Essence, because it's more dexterity, 49, and I have here the life and the damage, right? Now, I guess that covers most of the changes. So you can like pause the video to check each gear piece individually. It's kind of far from what I want to get. Let's say, for example, here I want more damage, right? It's 17 out of 27. The essence could be higher as well. As you probably know, the more essence, the more damage. Not just because you can keep casting your skill, but just because this is how, for example, the serration aspect works, and also how the ossified essence as passive work, right? What I want to get here is greater affix on the crit chance, now that I have to focus on more life on the rings, and I don't actually have crit chance on one of the rings. So probably also here, I think I mentioned life instead of the armor. Here we can get dodge chance instead of the movement speed or essence per second. Depends. Well, here, yeah, more life definitely. Everything else is not so bad. I think I pretty much covered it. I don't think there's a better amulet here. Maybe if it was just 3 to evolution, or instead of the resource cost reduction here, to have actually also compound fracture. Both work together quite nicely. Now this should be pretty much the same, except the bone damage. I would prefer the critical strike with bone critical strike damage, like I have it here. That's because of the helmet, and I think that pretty much covers it, right? Now I'm gonna like talk about something weird here. Again, the bone spear mechanic with this helmet. Probably many people would want to not use this helmet and try to scale differently, but the way it works is, let's demonstrate here with a few explosions, and you can, again, I'm gonna probably keep repeating this in every bone spear video. Let's go here and see. Now we have the bone spear and the 3 explosions, right? And as you can see, the splinters which are returning, the best optimal damage, like I've already mentioned, is about the distance and the health bar. Do you see how both explosions hit the enemy? Now if you go even further, like I'm doing on the pit, you can see here, right, that actually the enemy is hit by the second two explosions, the second portion of the two explosions, and that means if we have high crit chance, also the 5 splinters hit, right? So 2 explosions, 5 splinters, and the bone spear itself, that makes 8 hits per cast, and this is why you will never see big damage numbers on bone spear. It requires skill and very good aiming, so have in mind. Unless, of course, you decide to scale differently and use something else as a helmet, like the Shaco. It can increase the damage of the bone spear itself, but again, that's not how bone spear deals damage. Not at all. There it is. So I wanted to mention this again, and I guess that pretty much covers it. Hope you guys enjoyed this small update. I hope it wasn't too long. Yeah, like 11 minutes or something. But yeah, that's all folks for now, and I'll see you on the next live stream or video. Take care.